Alright, hello everybody. My name is Ben. This is the first ever episode of Too Much Flood, Not Enough Stud. I'm your host, Flood Stud, also known as Ben. Together, we are going to be reviewing the New Japan New Beginning in Osaka 2026. I am recording this on February 11th. I'm not sure when this is going to go up. But, yeah, we're going to be recording it together. We're going to go over it and talk about it because the show just finished about 5 minutes ago. And a lot of things happened and they were quite interesting. But first, before anything else, we will go over the Wrestling Observer newsletter from February 2016, 10 years ago. Crazy how time flies. I apologise about the knife noises. If you can hear those, I am only getting used to this. So there's probably patchy. Alright, starting with the notes from the Wrestling Observer newsletter. On the 8th of February 2016, yes, that's right, 2016, Bret the Hitman Hart announced on the 1st of February that he would undergo surgery for prostate cancer. Hart said the surgery would be taking place this week and that the cancer was spotted in its early stages, which is good news. After the conclusion of its second season of tapings on the 31st of the 1st, Lucha Underground announced officially they would be taping a third season. The talent was told backstage before the final episode, but wasn't given dates. Shinsuke Nakamura's 13-year run as a major star with New Japan Pro Wrestling ended with his farewell show on the 30th of the 1st at Korakuen Hall. Because the company only found out about his departure 26 days before his contract was ending, they weren't able to book a larger building, so the demand for the tickets was ridiculously larger than the supply, leading to huge scalper prices to get in that night. Nakamura's contract expired the next day, and on the 2nd of February, he was flying from Japan to Orlando and will be starting at the Performance Center midweek. There was an in-ring celebration expected after his final match, but Kenny Omega, who had recently moved up to heavyweight, he was originally going to have a program with Nakamura over the IC title. Kenny came out from an event to set up a match with Hiroshi Tanahashi for the vacant IC title at the New Beginning in Niigata on the 14th of February. Awesome Kong was sent home by TNA officials before the start of a 3-day television taping in the UK for an incident involving Rebby Hardy in Manchester. The incident took place in the dressing room. Subsequently, Kong was removed from the tour and returned to the United States. Takashi Sugiura, as the representative of Suzuki-gun, captured the GHC heavyweight title from former champion Naomichi Marufuji at the 31st of the 1st Noah Great Voyage show at the Yokohama Bonkan Gym. The main event was a strong match, notes Dave, although the finish was somewhat messed up. There was a lot of interference from Suzuki-gun, with Noah original Yoshinobu Kanemaru aligning with Suzuki-gun earlier in the show. Sugiura hit Marufuji with a chair and pinned him in 31 minutes and 21 seconds with the Olympic Slam. Noah President Akira Taue came out looking disgusted as he handed Sugiura the title belt and trophy. Despite the major angle, business remained weak overall, even with a solid turnout for the show, which kind of is Noah's specialty. Running big angles and then just nothing. Well, that concludes the 8th of February Wrestling Observer newsletter. We'll move on quickly to the last notes. This one is from the 15th of February 2016. Bryan Danielson, better known as Daniel Bryan, announced his retirement at the age of 34 in a nearly 25-minute speech. A diagnosis of a brain injury caused Danielson to make the decision that he was adamant only 2 weeks earlier was not going to happen. he believes he would never wrestle another match. Danielson will be remembered as one of the greatest wrestlers of his generation, but with the exception of a few months in 2014, where a combination of the fans and fate changed the axis of the wrestling earth. He was never portrayed in a major league promotion as anywhere close to that. Now, obviously, hindsight is 2020, as they say, and well, 2 years later, Danielson would come out of retirement. I believe it was at WrestleMania 34, I want to say. Weirdly enough, teaming with the best wrestler in the world. Yes, that's right, the best wrestler in the world, Shane McMahon. I believe they teamed up against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. I don't follow the Fed anymore. But yeah, then in 2021, obviously, we know Danielson would move on to AEW and have a very interesting career there. A lot of great matches there. Well, with that, that concludes the Wrestling Observer newsletter portion of this show. Now, it is time to get into the new beginning in Osaka in 2026. Yes, that's right. Present day 2026. Before the show, Yota Tsuji, the double IWGP champion, stated that he would be re-signing with New Japan. Earlier in the day, I believe it was from, what does it say here? Kakutalog, I'm butchering that, a Japanese news article was posted talking about a quote from Tsuji from Keno's YouTube channel, where Tsuji basically said that, you know, he technically wasn't under contract at that point. I'm not sure exactly when the interview was taking place, but at that point, Tsuji said, "Hey, yeah, technically I'm not under contract, but it was a mistranslation. He wasn't technically under contract, but it was just a case of he's not under contract because he's trying to get a new deal, sort of thing. Not that he's leaving the company, he's going, but of course, Twitter freaked out about it. And yeah, before the beginning officially started, Tsuji announced via Twitter that he had re-signed with the company, which is good. Tsuji is one of their brightest stars. I absolutely adore him. And it only makes sense given that he is not only the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion, but also the Global Heavyweight Champion. I doubt New Japan was going to let him go. The first match on the card was Hiromu Takahashi and Taiji Ishimori versus United Empire's Francesco Akira and Jacob Austin Young. This was Hiromu's send-off match. He'll be leaving New Japan as of today. His contract expired earlier this month, and he announced that he will be leaving. Where he's going, nobody knows. It was a fun junior action, nothing insane, but fun. I enjoyed Hiromu using Kento Sato as a weapon. Making him hit a runner on Francesco Akira that was fun. I'm not sure how I feel about Akira as a heel. It feels kind of like he's just trying a bit too hard, sort of thing. Um, I mean, Akira is fucking fantastic. He's extremely talented. Great young Italian guy, but he just doesn't feel right as a heel, kind of thing. But other than that, it was a solid match. Ishimori got the win on Jacob Austin Young with the bone lock. Um, After the match, Francisco Akira attacked Hiromu, let him out, you know, attacked him with a steel chair, attempted to Pillmanize him, but Robbie X, Taiji Ishimori's tag team partner, came down to the ring, ran off Akira and JAY, and allowed Hiromu to hit the Hiromu Charm Bomber Lariat, and yeah, that was basically it. Not a lot to note really from there. It was a solid match, nothing crazy, nothing insane, a rather mediocre match. Jacob Austin Young looked solid, I feel. Hopefully he gets a showing in Best of Super Juniors this year, maybe. Who knows? Moving on to the next match. The War Dragons, Shingo Takagi and Drilla Maloney, taking on United Empires, Hinare and Great Khan. Drilla and Shingo go to do the LJ pose, but Hinare and Great Khan jumped in as the bell rings. Fun heavyweight tag match here. Drilla and Hinare have a fun little chop exchange. Nothing crazy. Drilla and Shingo get the win with the War Dragon, which is the double made in Japan. Solid, solid stuff. I expect Shingo and Drilla to challenge Knockout Brothers, which I'll get into a bit later. But yeah, Drilla is working with a legitimate torn bicep slash tricep. He announced on social media a few weeks ago, a week ago I think it was, that he had torn his bicep on the road to New Beginning on one of the current Hall shows, and that he would be still working the shows, but that he'd be under doctor supervision. Came out with a big tape on his arm, taped up arm and all that. There was a target in the match. I believe at one point, Great Khan got a chair and wrapped Drilla's arm around the ring post and hit it. And that was about it. Drilla announced after the match, kind of faking everyone out, thinking that he would be leaving. But he announced that he was re-signing with New Japan and is throwing his name in the ring for the New Japan Cup, which I'm all for. I think Drilla Maloney is fantastic. High ceiling as a heavyweight. Uh, Quite over with the crowd. Crowd love him. Um, Still very agile for a big dude. It baffles me that he was ever a junior heavyweight. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was a solid show. You know, still a showing for him. All right, moving on. We have the never openweight six-man tag team titles on the line with Bishamon, Hiroki Goto, Yoshihashi, and their tag team partner Bolton Oleg, facing the team of Zack Sabre Jr., Ryohei Oiwa, and Harley Jackson of TMDK. Fun six-man tag, starting off with the Big Three Boys in Bolton and Jag, which was really fun. They had a fantastic match. What was it, 2 weeks ago-ish, or a week ago, in Corrigan Hall. That was fantastic. Absolute match of the night for that Road to New Beginning show. Um, Really, really good stuff. Fun near fall off the jagged edge for Hartley onto Shihashi, I think. I can't remember. Uh, yeah, the moments between Jag and Bolton. Um, Bolton grabbing Zach into the verdict or the F5. Um, that was a great counter. I really enjoyed that. Hartley just about took Bolton's fucking head off with a lariat. That was really, really impressive. Big lariat, big shots, big headbutts too. That was, yeah, really, really fun stuff. In the end, Bishamon and Bolton get the win over Team Decay with the assisted Shoto splash, where Goto and Yoshihashi pick their opponent up to do the Ushigoroshi kind of thing, I guess you call it, the elbow, and then Bolton does splash. Fun match, really fun. Quite enjoyed the moments between Jag and Bolton. Like I said, Bolton is fantastic. Hartley remains super underrated. One of the nicest men in wrestling. Um, yeah, just a really, really fun six-man tag. Moving on. Andrade El Idolo from AEW taking on Gabe Kidd in the number one contenders match for the global heavyweight title. Andrade is absolutely dripped the fuck out. Like, he is swagged out of his goddamn fucking mind, man. Like, that was. He did. Such a great presentation for Andrade. Just really, really great presentation. Gabe, however, was in classic young lion gear. The black trunks, black knee pads, black shoes, uh, one elbow pad. Going back to his kind of roots, commentary mentioned that Gabe likes to, much like with Kenny and their match last year, Gabe wants to beat his flashier opponents with the classic no Toto style sort of stuff. And it was a fun match. You know, Gabe doing the Tranquilo pose where he runs the ropes and then forward roll into the LIJ fist like Naito used to do. That that popped me. That was funny as fuck. I really really like that. A lot of stiff strikes here, which I liked. Gabe, always just swings for the fucking fences, lays it in, really really snug, really tight, really stiff sort of stuff. One spot I really liked was not Gabe, sorry, Andrade goes for that faint elbow that he does, the kick and into the Judas effect elbow kind of thing. Gabe countered that into a backdrop driver, which I was like, oh shit, fuck yeah, that popped me. Andrade gets a big win with a sick fucking back elbow. He fucking took Gabe's head off, man. That was fucking nuts. Um, Hit the DM, which he used to call the messenger, which is also known as the drill bit from JD Drake, spinning butterfly driver thing, neckbreaker kind of. And Andrade will now face Yoda Tsuji for the global title on February 28th at the New Beginning USA in Trenton, New Jersey. Really, really excited for that. Andrade and Tsuji, fucking, oh, give me that match right now. I'm so excited for that. I expect Gabe to go off to AEW rather soon. His contract, much like a lot of the War Dogs and many other people in New Japan, is coming up, and it's all but confirmed that yeah, he's going to go to AEW, especially with his feud with Darby that he's had. I expect Gabe and probably Clark to go to AEW. I mean, who knows? Maybe Gabe signs a dual contract. Tony's been doing a lot of dual contracts recently. I believe Kevin Knight is on one with New Japan and AEW. But yeah, I like Gabe. A lot of people don't like Gabe, which fair enough. He's a bit, as people say, controversial. But I always enjoy him. I always enjoy his work. Next match, Callum Newman versus David Finlay. Nothing crazy here. I wasn't really watching it too much. I'm just not huge on Callum. I think Callum is great, but he's just still got to find that sweet spot sort of thing. Um, but he gets a new theme, which is cool. It's not my favorite theme in the world, but it's cool. Cool new presentation with the sword, the Excalibur sword sort of thing. And they're trying to kill Callum, powerbombing him into the goddamn ring post. Just full on fucking, not like launching him, but just like full on fucking driving him back first into the ring post. Um, yeah, nothing crazy here. Callum got the big win over Finley. Um, Kind of demolished him a bit, you know. Um, Hit Finley with a lariat, a double stomp, which I believe Callum calls a double stomp Excalibur, similar to a sword. And then it's the Bloody Sunday, which I think he's calling the Prince's Curse or something. Big win. Um, Callum looked good here. Improved a lot, but sounds like a long way to go, I feel. I'm interested to see where they go with Callum from here, especially with Osprey's return at, what was it? New Year's Dash, pardon me. Yeah. I'm expecting Osprey to be back. by late April, May, maybe June. I expect him to be back around then. I don't think we'll get a match in Japan this year for Osprey. Maybe, maybe not. Wishful thinking, but I doubt it. Next, shockingly, Hiroshi Tanahashi's music hit, and I was like, "Oh, shit, okay, hi Tana, what's going on?" Comes out of the ring with his suit, looking sexy and handsome as he does. I got to get used to the haircut, man. The haircut, Tana, just yeah, it's going to take a bit of getting used to, but he had a big announcement. He says that due to the successful, Wrestle Kingdom they just had, that Dominion in Osaka Hall will be on June 14th, and it will be broadcast live on TVSI in Japan. That's huge for the Japanese natives. Obviously, Wrestle Kingdom was broadcast on TVSI here, which is New Japan's parent company for the TV broadcasts, infamous for copyright striking many people, including myself here and there. Um, Please don't take this down, TVSA. I love yous. Please. And then, Tanahashi went to the back. His knees are fucked, man. Like, he could barely walk down the ring, get in the ring, getting out. I love you, Tanahashi. I miss you. All right, let's get into this. Aaron Wolf, the never openweight champion, versus the new leader of the House of Torture, Ren Narita. What the fuck, man? Just what the fuck, bro? House of Torture jump Wolf during his entrance before the bell. Wolf starts to clear house, and yeah, it's over. Ghetto, you frustrate me, man. Like, Ren Narita beats Aaron Wolf in 2 minutes and 8 seconds to become the new never openweight champion. Just, I don't hate Narita winning. I had my issues with House of Torture. Obviously, Narita, he's fine. He's a great wrestler when he wants to be, but just this was just deflating. Like, I get it. Aaron Wolf is green. Evil was leaving. They took the belt off him. But, man, like, why? 2 minutes? Really? 2 minutes and 8 fucking seconds. Really? It just cools Aaron Wolf off exponentially. The crowd fucking love him. He's huge in Japan. And you've just cooled him off completely. Like, House of Torture, they're, they're fine as a concept. I just wish they would get comeuppance. Because that's one of my biggest gripes with them is they don't get comeuppance. I mean, think of how many times you've seen Evil lose a match and then it actually matters a week later. Like, you know, it's just it makes the refs look stupid, especially when they're doing all of this fucking shenanigans. I liked a few spots in it from what we got. Wolf went to go do the Olympic Slam, um, Angle Slam, whatever you want to call it. And then Naruto grabs the ref, and the ref kind of like smacks him off and says, "No, fuck off, like go." And then, Wolf hits the Olympic Slam, but Naruto kicks the ref on his way over. That's cool, you know. It's something, I guess. It's inventive of sorts. It's just they don't get comeuppance, man. That's my biggest gripe is they don't get comeuppance, and it makes the babyfaces look like shit. Because why would I cheer for these people if they can't beat House of Torture? I mean, House of Torture has been around since, God, 2021. We're 5 years deep, and they barely get any comeuppance. It's just, it's frustrating watching as a fan because I know these wrestlers are great, and I don't want to hear that, oh, they get heel heat, you're not supposed to like them. I know, I know. I was a wrestler for years. I know what it's like. But make me hate the heels. Don't make me hate watching the program. Make your wrestlers smart. Make the referees smart. Smarten the referees up. Have the refs band together and go, we're sick of this shit. We're not going to stand for this. Have two refs at ringside. Stop putting Marty Asami in every fucking House of Torture match. Maybe that would solve some problems. Maybe not. I saw Peps on Twitter saying that why couldn't they just do like a 12-minute match with Narada winning? That would have been fine, you know? Like, Narada wins in 12 minutes via cheating, or 10 minutes, or 8 minutes, or whatever. But Wolf was starting to look good, he's clearing house, he's beating the shit out of House of Torture, he's clearing the deck, and then it's just over. And it's like, oh, okay. It just kind of left me deflated, you know. But the next match, moving on. The Knockout Brothers, Oscar and Yuto Ice, defending the IWGP Tag Team titles against Rough Storm, Heat Storm, Yuya Uemura, and Roughneck Shota Umino. Started hot, really, really hot. Knockout Brothers stormed down the ringside. I admit at the start of the match I was a little bit distracted because of the House of Torture shenanigans and stuff beforehand, which, but man, this match was fucking awesome. They really brought me back into it. It really started to pick up around like the 15-minute mark, and from there it was just red fucking hot. It was just awesome. Yuto, Ice, and Yuya, they were great as usual. You can really feel the tension between these two. It's palpable. It's just like really, you can really feel it, and it makes it more interesting because you're like, are these guys shooting? Are they working? Like, what's going on here? You crowd was booing Shota. They don't like him, and fair enough. Nothing against Shota, but just Ghetto's booking of him has just been fucked, and he's still trying, way too hard. They love Yuto. They love Yuya. Even Oscar. Oscar was tremendous in this match. Really selling hard on the neck. I believe Shota hit a big uh, draping DDT to the floor on Oscar, and he was like really selling that neck real well. I fucking hate Shota's gear. It looks like he's wearing a fucking diaper. He looks like he's wearing a fucking nappy. It doesn't look good. The shorts just don't. I mean, the white pants, the long boys just weren't great either, but like, dude, the diaper. Like, you look like you're wearing a diaper, man. Like, you know. Um, KOB, the knockout bomb on Shota, and he's fucking dead. Lots of great near falls here. Yeah. A huge German suplex on Oscar from Yuya. A huge superplex from Shota onto Oscar as well. Um, yeah, man, this was really fun. Huge fucking knee from Yuto and KOB, and bang, Knockout Brothers are still tag champs. Like I said, man, this shit fucking this rocked. It was fucking awesome. It was really good. Stiff fueled by sheer hatred. Just KOB are the best tag team in Japan. Maybe even the world right now. Maybe, maybe. After the match, Knockout Brothers are celebrating, and on the big screen, the demand from AEW, Ricochet, and the Gates of Agony appear on the screen, and KOB, you know, issued a challenge by the demand. Gates of Agony are going to be challenging for the tag titles at the New Beginning, USA. That's going to be fantastic. And Ricochet throwing a challenge for his national title against Taiji Ishimori. That's going to be, if Ishimori locks in, man, that can be really, really great. Like that'll be that'll be really fun. I'll be interested to see what happens there. It depends. US shows are always kind of hit or miss for me. The production on them usually fucking sucks, but remains to be seen. The card looks pretty pretty good, pretty good. Right, and finally, it's time for the main event. Gene Blast, Yoda Tsuji, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, defends the belt against the Jester Jake Lee. This is just Jake Lee fucking sucks, man. He fucking sucks. I can't bring myself to care about him. Like this match wasn't awful, but it was weird. Like I wasn't paying attention to half of it because I'm just not interested in Jake Lee at all. Like he doesn't feel like a credible challenger for the IWGP heavyweight title. The V4 man, it feels like Yoda Suji should just squash him and eat him for fucking lunch. Like it really just doesn't feel like he's a credible challenger. And the crowd doesn't really care about Jake Lee either. Like they're not really reacting to anything. They're all over Suji. Like they fucking love him. I absolutely adore him. But yeah, just Jake Lee. Like, you know, only a couple of notable things here really. Jake Lee had a really nice big boot out of the corner. That was cool, I guess. It's a fucking sick roundhouse to the chin of Suji. That was, yeah. Suji fucking beat the shit out of Jake Lee's chest, making him like red raw, man. Like his chest was fucked up, which is cool. Yeah, like I didn't like Jake Lee no selling a bunch of stuff here. Like Suji would hit a big knee or something, and then Jake Lee would just no sell it basically, and just be like, "Well, look at me, Majesta, ha 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 ha." This is weird. It was really weird, bro. Like this gimmick is just strange, really, really strange. Uh, Suji hits a couple of stomps. Jake Lee no sells them again because oh look at me, I'm a jester. Ooh. And then Gene Blast, boom. Suji retains. Thank fucking god. Yeah, man, just like a really weird main event. Like Jake Lee just doesn't do it for me. If he's your thing, then sure. But God, how this man is a former Triple Crown champion, former GFC champion. I don't know. Oh, I mean, I do know. He's tall. That's it. He's just tall. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. Jake Lee just sucks, bro. He's just, yeah. After the match, Suji kind of calls out Bushi Road a bit and does like a whole spiel about how Bushi Road kind of sucks. Which, honestly, yeah, yeah, they do kind of suck. a lot of the issues with the New Japan stars that are leaving, like Hiromu, like Naito, like Evil, Okada leaving a couple years ago, Jay, Will, Hiromu and Okada spoke out recently about the issues they're facing with management not thanking them, really. Which, Hiromu said that after he did Forbidden Door in August last year for AEW, he was shocked, how thankful Tony Khan was, how, kind he was. And you got to thank the wrestlers. Like, you have to. They're putting their bodies on the line for you. They're drawing the tickets. They're, doing all this. You gotta thank them. You gotta make sure they feel appreciated. Hiromu leaving, it doesn't feel like a goodbye. It kind of feels like a excursion, a second excursion kind of thing. Like, I see him personally going to Noah to team up Naito and Bushi and other people there. The rumors going around look good to the Fed, but I just don't see it. I don't want it, obviously, but I just can't see it. Um, yeah, man, it just doesn't feel real that Hiromu's gone. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's all I'm going to say is I wish Hiromu the best of luck wherever he goes. Seeing Yuto Ice cry with Hiromu leaving was quite sad. Yeah, look, overall, it was a good show. Last year, I think had better peaks. Obviously, with Goto winning the world title, the Takeshita Bolton match, the Suji Gabe Kid match, those were all really great stuff. This year just kind of felt a bit flat, I guess. Tremendous match from the Knockout Brothers, as always. Um, just a kind of middle of the road show, not anything amazing, nothing egregious, just kind of, yeah. All right, well, that concludes the first ever episode of Too Much Flood, Not Enough Stud. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Please leave your feedback either in my DMs on Instagram at flood_stud, or I don't know if it's going up on YouTube or not, but in the comments below. Um, Thank you all, and I will see you next time. See you guys.